Hey, hey, hey!
Yo, yo, yo.
We are back for another installment of PS and BS Presents Sports.
Mm,
Of course, we're
mm,
here today.
mm-hmm.
Yesterday was the big show, the big dance,
Yep.
the one and only, the it. I'm just making shit up now. Uh,
Because I said,
what's
when you said the big
what's
show, I was like, wait a
what's up,
minute,
B
isn't that
Juice?
the World Series? World show? I'm pretty sure that's the World Series, but, I'm not.
Super Bowl happened last night. Obviously, we're not waiting to talk about this one.
No, no, no. You got to talk about it right away. Got to strike when the
Obviously, obviously.
kettle's hot, as they say.
Before we get into that,
Mm-hmm.
Greg, what's you said you had a WTF moment?
Yeah,
What's your
yeah,
quick
yeah. Okay,
WTF
here's
moment?
the thing. Um, NFL normally has their Super Bowl. They have a bidding war on which network is going to carry the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's Fox, sometimes it's CBS, NBC, ABC, blah, blah, blah. We know. Now, these are free network channels. Okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
If you have the worst TV known to man and you have a coat hanger jammed in the back of it, you
Woo!
can
And
get
as
these.
rabbit is, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
can
all
get
about
this.
that.
You can get these channels, no problem. Okay, if you're paying $200 for a cable bill, you can get these channels. Obviously, a lot myself, like a lot of other people, other patrons, and citizens of this great nation, Bobby.
Ooh, great nation.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Across the world, cut the cable cord. Okay, we're not paying for cable because there's all these other apps, and
Mhm. Mhm.
cable's not really that viable anymore.
No, 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 no.
So I turned on my TV yesterday, uh,
Mhm.
6 o'clock. I've just finished editing a YouTube video for my channel, The Garage. Go check it out. I hit the button and I turn on TV, Bobby, and I can't.
No coverage.
No coverage. So I go, wait a minute, something's wrong here. This is a free channel. I hit Roku. I download the NBC app. I download all this stuff. Here's the funny thing, Bobby. Here's the funny thing. On my phone, through
Mhm.
the app or
Mhm.
NBC.com, I can watch the game for free.
Yep.
It will not, and I can't stress this enough, it will not let me screen mirror or cast to my TV. Only the Super Bowl stuff. Anything else is working.
Well, yeah. I'm the same way. I could have watched it through my fantasy football Yahoo app, but you
Mm.
can't streamcast it. You can
What?
only watch it on the phone.
This is the thing. Who came up with this idea? This is. It's not like it's pay per view, Bobby. This is the stupidest thing I have encountered, and I encounter it every year. Because you do things and you forget how you watch a thing. And anyways, I'm doing this. I'm trying to find the apps. My wife is trying to find apps and all this other BS. And she's like, "Are you able to watch?" I'm like, "It's on my phone right now. I'm looking. I'm watching the first quarter, but I can't stream it to the TV. So what do I have to do? I go. I remember, Bobby. I remember. I go. My brother-in-law gave me his password for DirecTV. Genius. So I have the app on my phone. I can
Mhm.
watch it on my phone. I hit the app. I do everything. I bring the game up. It tells me this content is blocked in my area on my phone. Bobby,
Wow.
I'm losing my mind because I'm like, how is this? How is this possible? Why is the content blocked? Every other channel, Bobby, every other channel I can watch except the Super Bowl. It's some kind of conspiracy out here. Anyways, so the night goes on. I'm like, now we're getting to like the 5 minute mark of the first quarter. I'm still watching on my phone. I'm just like, you know what? My wife is like, I really want to watch the halftime show, and I'm like, well, hell, me too. This is one of the main reasons why I'm watching the Super Bowl
Yeah.
because I'm trying to see OG classics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So I go and I'm like, damn, let me download this Peacock app because everybody's like, Peacock, Peacock, you can watch the shit for free. You can watch it for free. Fine. Download it, put it on the TV, and guess what? You have to pay extra for, Bobby. Yeah, the Super Bowl. You have to pay extra for the Super Bowl. The app is free. You can watch all the cheap and dumb shows nobody want to watch for free. But the Super Bowl, you got to pay for the premium service.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
$4.99 later, okay, just so I can watch this thing on a 65-inch TV
Instead of your phone.
instead of my phone, I'm watching the Super Bowl. I'm still a little bit mad about that.
Well, now you can watch wrestling.
Yeah. And guess what? During the game, my wife was like, "Oh, I wanted to see." She wants to watch the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
The Bel-Air.
That new series.
Bel-Air.
Or Bel-Air, whatever it is. She's like, she wants to watch that thing. She's like, "Oh, so we should just keep it to watch that." I'm just like,
that's how my wife is too.
I'm going to cancel the subscription immediately.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say about that. NBC, ABC, Fox, CBS. Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered.
Yep. I had a similar situation, not so much, but kinda. What's up, Inglewood? Yeah, for some reason I thought it was gonna be like Fox, CBS, something like that. So I'm like, all right, I got Philo, and on Philo, I will get a lot of the normal channels for free and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a lot of times when there's a primetime game on Amazon Prime, we'll show the game live.
Yes.
Or even Hulu/ESPN Plus will do it.
Or even the NFL app will show it.
It was on none of those. None of those.
Believable.
And I'm like, well, how am I going to watch the game now? Like what? I don't want to watch it on my TV, on my phone. Like, what the hell? My friends are here that moved back in from town. They came in yesterday and like just like I don't want to watch this shit on my phone. So what the hell?
Right.
So I'm like, babe, didn't Philo have like ABC, NBC, like the little channels? She goes, no, but Peacock does. And I went,
Peacock.
We have Peacock. Sweet. So right as I'm like looking at what streaming services, Peacock, Hulu, if you have live TV,
and
NBC Sports, was like basically the only 3 streaming services that you can watch the game with. So, it was on Sky Sports here in UK. Nice and simple. Nice. I don't have Sky Sports, but I know of it. I think it's a regular. Excuse me. I think it was a channel on regular cable, like one of those extra channels they kind of threw in to say, yeah, you got 40 channels of sports, but it's like F1, hit. There's some other random shit. So yeah, we got to watch it on Peacock last night.
I need that F1. I'm trying to get back into watching F1. F1 is lit.
F1 is intense. Regardless, we got to watch the game.
Yeah, that's all that really mattered.
How do you want to tackle this here? Do you want to go quarter to quarter, overall, goods, the bads? Like,
should I just jump out and say it, Bobby? Should I just jump out and say it? Because I'm a little upset today.
You feel cheated? You feel robbed?
Hold on.
Are you on the robbed train?
No, not robbed, because I'm not a part of the team, and you know how I feel about that. We didn't get robbed and blah blah blah. But I'm just gonna throw this out here.
Go ahead. What do you like? Go ahead.
There's a world, where the WWE, and the NFL, are starting to hold hands.
Oh shit!
That's all I'm gonna say for now.
That's
all I'm gonna say for now.
So you're saying it's scripted?
Listen, I didn't say that. You said that.
No, this is a question. I didn't. I'm
Bobby,
asking
let me tell you
a question.
We're gonna get right into it. Forget it. We're gonna get right into it.
Okay.
There is no way beyond the 3 penalties in a row, which marched the Rams down the field expeditiously.
Which I've seen throughout the NFL numerous times, especially against my own Cowboys, has happened numerous times.
Exactly. We've talked about it.
Penalties trotted the other team down the field. It happens. It happens.
Yes.
This is the biggest stage.
There's eyes everywhere. Millions and millions of people are watching this. You can't be doing this. It's a little bit blatant. Now, beyond the penalties, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say an offensive lineman,
Uh-huh.
okay, that for some reason can't do his job 2 key plays in a row. This offensive lineman is guarding the most dominant NFL defensive player probably we've seen in
Close to ever.
Maybe ever. We're gonna go with ever because
Aaron Donald is a monster.
Yes.
He is not human. He is not human. Now, hold on. I don't want to use the word counter.
Okay.
But to kind of just throw in a little argument, or debate on what you said right there about the lineman guy. They did mention this numerous times. They mentioned 2 things numerous times throughout the game. When number 49 is in there, do not run. Because with him and Aaron Donald on the line, you ain't getting through. And it was a proven fact. Every time 49 wasn't on the line with Aaron Donald, they broke off a 8, 9, 10, 12, 15-yard run.
Right.
When 49 was in, negative line of scrimmage. You weren't running, okay? A second thing they said, Aaron Donald was kind of shut down in the first half.
Yes,
why? Because he was constantly getting chip help. He was constantly getting double team. The first time they single-manned him, this boy came in like a freight train and got his first sack.
I think Joe Burrow got sacked 6 times.
7.
No, in the second half.
6 in the second half.
6 in the second half, which is...
If you know that you need that much help, and if you're seeing, again, coaching. That's coaching.
Yep.
In my opinion, that's coaching.
Is it coaching, Bobby? Or is it the NFL saying, this is what needs to happen? Because, put it this way, Bobby.
Listen, I could have that argument when it comes to the ref and flag throwing, but when it's the team saying help, double team, not help, it depends on the packages and whatever plays they want to run. I'm not gonna believe that one bit.
You have a 4th and 1. Your season, the chance at a ring depends on it. Aaron Donald was not touched.
Barely touched. He made one inside swim move and was there. But
2 plays in a row, Bobby.
Did you look at the outside of the field?
Wait.
Jamar Chase broke Jalen Ramsey's legs.
Oh, more than once.
To where? No, I'm saying on that exact play.
Oh, okay.
He broke his legs to where he was Jalen Ramsey was doing the stanky leg, trying to pick his ass up. Okay, and Jamar Chase was already 5 yards past him. If they could have double chipped Aaron Donald,
come on now, say it to me.
They would have had a wide open bomb for a game-winning touchdown. But
thank you. Right, it didn't happen. So
it didn't happen that way.
It's an if. Who knows? But all I'm saying is,
you also got to put in the fact as your superstars have to make plays when plays need to be met.
Yeah.
And Aaron Donald, if you watched when they scored that touchdown, he had that look in his face. He's like, I don't care if I have 10 other guys lining up with me right now. I am going to make sure we don't lose this game. And single-handedly on those last 2 plays,
he won the game.
100%.
Yeah.
Because at any given time, they could have went over the top. I mean, shit, they had the first play for 15, 16 yards. There was lack of tackling. I'm like, holy shit, man, they're going to come up and kick this field goal and push this in overtime. You know? But
which I kind of wish they would have just did, or at least attempted.
Yeah.
But it's kind of just ridiculous to see. I can't believe that professionals, as we always say, professionals doing a job where there's film and that things are recorded, even you as an offensive lineman, God has to come up and say, listen, forget your ego. It doesn't matter here. Coach, I can't guard this man. I cannot do it by myself. We're coming down. We're in the 4th quarter. This is our season on the line. We have to double team this guy. I don't see a coach seeing that and be like, you know what?
Or at least design plays that go away from him or something like that. Quick screens, stuff like that.
You don't double team the best defensive player on the planet in the 4th quarter. What are you doing?
That's the team's fault. That's because of defensive coordinator.
Yes, but you don't think somebody's telling him that? Somebody had to tell him that, Bobby. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's so bad. You know what? You know what's almost as bad as? It's almost as bad as it's almost as bad as the Seahawks passing the ball on the 2-yard line instead of giving it to the running back and running it down their throat. Is it
bad play calling? Bad play calling.
Or is the script written that way?
I'm not gonna believe that.
Come on, Bobby.
I need to have. Listen, I'm gonna treat this like I do. Even less so, like with the paranormal. Like I like to say with the paranormal, I'm like a skeptic believer.
Right.
I believe in it, and I believe in there's certain powers and shit can happen, and I've kind of witnessed a few things here or there over my life because I've done some paranormal investigating with my wife in certain places, but I haven't physically seen something to where I could say, you may not believe me, but I know 1,000,000% it's for real. And I know people. Like you said, it's a split. There's people already. It's fixed. It's fixed. It's fixed. I'm not watching football. It's fixed. I'm not watching sports. Sports is starting to be fixed. This and that. Until I have 100% proof that I see it being fixed, I can't, in my own righteous conscience as being a sports lover, player, someone who played sports, I just can't think that that's real. I can't think that that's a thing. I'm not saying it's not. Again, I'm not saying it's not. Because it can be. Like Inglewood, same as boxing. I would agree more that boxing is more fixed than the NFL.
Well, probably, yeah.
Especially, I'm saying it right here. The words are about to come out my mouth.
Here we go.
Especially when Floyd Mayweather fights. Okay? Especially when he fights.
Fam.
I really believe that shit's fixed. 100%.
But here's the thing, Bobby. A few weeks ago, what comes out in the news? Coaches are getting offered money to tank and lose games.
To tank? That's a little different.
No. How is it different? It's the same principle. If we're going to pay people to lose, we can make it. Come on, Bobby.
So you mean to tell me
the
defensive coordinator got paid to purposely lose the Super Bowl so LA can win?
Does that sound like something so far-fetched?
That does. I can't comprehend that.
Are you kidding me?
You're in the league to win. You know how much money these players and coaches get as a bonus for winning the Super Bowl?
Oh, Bobby.
I highly doubt he got paid more.
Bobby, it's not always about money at this particular moment.
But that's what we're talking about. You just said that they're getting paid. Listen.
Somebody comes to you and you say, "Hey, Bobby, guess what? I know you like having your car in car shows. This year, have your car in a car show, but the biggest show, Superfest. We're gonna pay you $50,000. Don't put your car in, right? And then next year, since you followed our rules and you went according to plan, we're gonna make sure that you can get a full engine build with anything you want."
So your logic is get paid to lose this year so they could win next year.
Or they offer the defensive coordinator a dream job. What's the dream job in the NFL when you're a defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator?
He's already been a head coach. He was a losing head coach for the Bucs.
But we're gonna put him on a better team. I don't know why it's so far-fetched for you to believe, Bobby. Come on now.
I can't believe that.
It's perfect logic.
I can't believe that.
I'm telling you. Come on now.
I can't believe that.
Listen, I love sports. I played sports in high school. I know what it is. If I was a player, that's why I say it doesn't come down to the players because it's very hard to pay a player to lose. It's almost impossible unless they are really deep into like some gambling debt or something and they need money. Yeah. Coaches, head coach is hard. Offensive and defensive coordinators, I'm pretty sure they can be bought. You can't explain to me, Bobby. You just can't explain to me why you don't or you barely touch Aaron Donald on 2 plays back-to-back in the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl. It's mind-boggling. It's not a brain fart. You just
if you look at it, he just makes the perfect play. The argument I'll agree with you is the defensive coordinator should have at least had a fullback, the halfback, a double tight end slot set up, or something there to help chip Aaron Donald at least.
Nothing was happening. Mixon should have been smashing him in the face repeatedly. Repeatedly. just to even slow him down a tenth. Because when Burroughs had time, he can throw. He can make things happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, to me, was blatant. In my eyes, it was blatant.
Being from UK, I'm not too sure about NFL, to be honest. I only watch the Super Bowl. Boxing, however, that's a sport I know. Because I guess when I started talking about Floyd, he was like,
Right.
easy now. I was just easy now. I like boxing. I love boxing. I love MMA. All that shit. But
Listen,
I'm sorry. From what I've seen, he made the fights. Okay, maybe the exhibition ones, like with what's his dumbass? That's Logan, whatever.
Logan Paul.
Those shits you can tell are kind of whatever.
Yeah, those are
just money grabs.
Trash.
But the whole I'm only gonna fight if this ref is gonna be there, or we're in this location using this type of ring with these type of ropes, and I got these specific gloves, and the lighting's gotta be. Stop being a bitch. Just fucking fight.
I think,
and he always fighting people out of their prime. I'm sorry.
I was sorry. That
Manny Pacquiao would have destroyed. Not even close. Would have destroyed Floyd Mayweather in his prime. He was afraid. He was scared.
I did. I don't. For that,
he was 100% scared to fight him in his prime. He waited till he got beat a few times. He was wore down, and then he fought him. And all he does is just dance around the fucking boxing ring. I can't stand watching Mayweather fight. It's boring.
I think that through most of his career, he fought some big names, but not like all the big names. And his record shows that he is a good fighter, but I think his record shows that he picks people that he knows he can beat.
Exactly.
Which is one way of kind of doing. It's weird that they get to pick who they get to go up against. It's not like given to them like the NFL. Somebody makes a schedule and gives it to them. This is who you're playing. You don't get to choose, because otherwise everybody would be picking the Falcons and just run it up and the Jets and the Giants, and you know what I'm saying. So you have that luxury of sitting back and going, you know what, this guy's red hot right now. He's beating everybody. I'm gonna stay away from him. I'm gonna give him a few years before I take that big money fight. I really think Pacquiao would have beat him, and I think if he would have fought De La Hoya back in the day, it would have been a wrap as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But people that really know boxing say that Mayweather is one of the best defensive fighters.
Yeah, because all he does is run around the ring until he wins. Jab, jab, run. Jab, jab, run.
Hey, man, if it works,
jab, run. Jab, jab, run. That's it. But anyway, we're not here for boxing.
No.
We're here for the Super Bowl. He only become an A side after the fight against Oscar. Yeah. I felt like the officiating was fair and good. Hold up, let me finish.
Okay.
All the way up till about halftime. There wasn't a single flag in the first half. I don't think. Oh, maybe there was one.
They were letting the boys play.
There might have been one. They were letting them play. And I've said this before on this podcast, the sports one, on my other podcast, whatever, pertaining. Baseball does this a lot. Like, I'm okay if you have a wide strike zone for everyone, or or you're calling the lazy penalties or the hard penalties for both people. As long as I see that it's fair for both teams, I'm going to accept it. Again, as being a person that just doesn't talk about sports or watch sports, a person who has played sports, I've been there. I've played hockey. I've played bowling. I almost was a professional bowler. I've played baseball. I've had it where, things were, but as long as it's for both teams, I'm okay with it, So it was a clean game for the most part for the first half. There might have been a couple little things here and there, but listen, it's the Super Bowl. You're getting paid a ton of money.
Gotta let them play.
Just let them play. Get out there, let them play, which I kind of wish for the most part, for obvious blatant shit. Okay, I'm not, it is what it is. It's obvious, it's blatant, especially if you kind of gave them like, all right, we gave you that one. We're not going to let you get the next one kind of thing.
All right.
But like throwing 14 flags, like a game shouldn't be, I'm going to say this now, but just listen to these words and then how I change it later, okay?
Mm-hmm.
A game shouldn't be decided by a flag.
Nope.
Okay? But hold on now. So before we get into the second half, we're at halftime now. So let's just go ahead and talk about that. Halftime show. I've been hearing a lot of the younger people, of course, no fucking surprise, say it was meh. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. I actually had a friend, we were in a conversation in my chat. I'm not going to go over how we got there, but we got there to the point where I'm like, I don't watch the halftime shows. I couldn't tell you the last halftime show I watched. Because they're just whatever to me. Like, I don't care.
Boring.
I'm watching Super Bowl for the game. And what's up, Taj?
And the commercials.
That's it. Those are the two things I'm watching the Super Bowl for. Usually, and there's kind of a reason for this, for two reasons. One, I used to work in the restaurant. 16 years, I worked in the restaurant business. So 9 times out of 10, I was working on Super Bowl. Couldn't watch the halftime show. Okay. Two, a lot of them sucked. Or were people I didn't even give two shits about listening. So, yeah. I mean, the Lady Gaga one was pretty good. The Prince one was pretty good. You know, unfortunately, I missed the Janet Jackson one because I was working. So I didn't get to watch that one. Yeah, I know you have. You probably had that shit playing on loop. Whoop.
Whoops. Sorry. Whoop. Oh, man.
I had to be active on Twitter, catch them all. Yeah, exactly.
But usually they're boring, and they try to play to the majority, which is people like rock and roll. So it's the Rolling Stones, some other garbage that nobody. Who cares?
Yeah.
Thank goodness for Jay-Z taking the spot that he has.
They had an all-star lineup,
multi-platinum,
multi everything, just multi everything. There was more talent on that stage that night than all of freaking hip hop and rap today. That's on the radio. I'm sorry.
I will agree with that.
I mean, it's just...
You have arguably the best producer ever.
Mm-hmm.
You have one... the queen of hip-hop and R&B soul.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have Snoop Dogg, which I tend to think is the top rapper, period. Because of his career and what he's done.
I mean, I could give an argument with a good top 3, but yes, okay. Not far off.
50 Cent, when he was out, when he first came out, he was smashing everything. They were on top for the top. Now he's big.
Anything he does, he touches. Power is a very successible thing.
Oh my God.
His little show, that he had was successful for the couple of seasons.
100%.
That was there. I actually watched that,
100%.
I didn't even know he was going to be there. Did you know he was going to be there?
No, 50 Cent? I did not.
So far, everyone I talked to didn't know 50 was going to be there.
They interviewed him before he did like a podcast or an interview, and he pretty much said, "I'm not gonna perform."
Yeah, and he was there. You did hear that? I did see something that Snoop outright bought Death Row now. Or
Yes, I heard that he owns Death Row Records.
Death Row, right now.
Yes.
We
also have Eminem, which some say is the best rapper. I wouldn't say that, but I will say
he's guaranteed battle rapper.
Top 10.
Or freestyler, yes, easily.
100%.
But he's definitely in the argument too.
And then the genius to bring in a rapper of today in Kendrick Lamar. Because, you got to sprinkle in, catch the kids' attention.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just a little bit. That's why, give them 2 songs a little bit real quick. Just bring them in, bring them out. And I thought it was great. I thought the performances were okay. I was a little bit let down that they did California Love and Dre rapped Tupac's verse because I'm like, just don't do it.
Yeah,
just don't do that song.
I mean, I get it.
But they're in California, so
they're
in
California.
Doing the song. Right.
They're in LA. I could have sworn I heard some rumors about having some sort of like holographic Tupac there or some shit.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
There was thoughts of that or something.
Overall,
he's not everyone's best, but you cannot deny what Eminem has brought and still pop big numbers. Exactly.
Oh yeah. We're not taking anything away from him. He's legendary.
Yeah,
he's legendary.
I mean, he brought in 50 Cent. If it wasn't for him,
exactly.
Dre brought in M brought in 50. They were
all
all up there together.
Everything about the show I thought was great. Now, Mary J. Blige kind of was weird because she's from New York, so it's a little bit weird that she wasn't a West. You know what I'm saying? Even Eminem.
Well, so was
but
50. 50 New York too.
Right, but Eminem is a product of Dre. You know what I'm saying? Mary J. Blige isn't, so it's kind of weird. But guess what?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
We found out that she had an album coming out. I think it dropped the same day, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it. Promotion is promotion, but I thought the show was great. I thought the show was pretty good. It was a little bit slow here and there, but I thought overall the show was great. I would have liked to see a little bit more Dre and Snoop, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna complain for what I got because we don't normally get hip hop.
Are we gonna talk about $1.50 or 75 cents? You been seeing all the memes. 50 looking kind of thick. 50 was looking kind of thick.
You know what? Here's the thing. You know, when I saw him like lean down and he was hanging, I'm like, yo, how long was he hanging upside down?
I know.
All the blood is rushing to his head.
Yeah.
He looked like he's gonna explode.
Yeah.
But you know, he's not young anymore.
You notice the camera panned away when he had to come down just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case. But then he killed it.
Yeah.
You know, the girls were there. They were fly. You know, it was cool. It looked like a little dance party type thing.
Yo, if he would have fell, the stage breaks, right?
Oh,
he's got to be like 220, 240. He's jacked. He falls. He breaks. He falls through the thing, and the whole show just has to stop. That would have been a lot more interesting, I think. But it was overall, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed that that halftime show. Felt like it was well put together. Apparently there was a little not controversy, but NFL is a little upset with both Eminem, surprise, and Dre, because you notice when they all came together on top of the one platform and they were all singing the one song together, kind of. Eminem was kneeling.
Yeah,
he was told not to do that.
Yep.
Also, one of the songs, apparently Dre was given instructions to leave out one of the lines that had to deal with police officers and cops and stuff like that. And he decided to say it anyway.
You're not going to hurt Dr. Dre's career.
No,
do what you want to do.
He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the NFL.
He's not afraid of that.
Neither one of them are afraid of the NFL. They do what they want. You have to understand.
And especially, and the thing is,
go ahead.
Can you can't tell somebody what to do when you're not paying them. So who cares?
Wait, they don't get paid?
No, halftime show you do not get paid.
Really? I thought they got paid. Like that's how it's always been that way.
Always been that way. As far as I know,
really?
the Beyonce halftime show out of her pocket. They pay everything's out of their pockets. It's free publicity.
So that's it. It's just but like what? Okay.
Yeah.
No, this is a conversation that I wasn't expecting to have because now I'm curious. I'm confused at the same time.
Yeah.
So what's the point? What publicity do these, I'll say it because I know Trav's probably thinking it. These old heads need.
Like I said,
what was the whole point of this?
Mary J. Blige has an album coming out.
Okay.
When people are put in that sort of limelight, if you don't know the artist, like how, let's say, we know them, you'll get some people that will say, okay, well, I kind of like this music a little bit. Let me go see their music. So they go on Apple, they go on Spotify, and they're going to hit play, and they're going to listen to 2-3 songs. It's stream revenue. It happens. The same thing like the Versus effect. You go on Versus, the streams blow up because now you're not a memory. You're in their people's front of their brain. You're just like, oh, Dr. Dre and Snoop did all these songs. Let me go back and re-listen. I listened to a couple of songs when I found out they were doing the halftime show in my car coming to work. I'm like, let me just play that first Dre album.
That happens with the Verses, like when they had that what was it, 3-6 and Bone Thugs, right? Bone Thugs. For the next day or two, all I was listening to was all their freaking albums.
Because you just remember it and it brings you back and you just start playing it. So they get the revenue and all that stuff. So it's just a big ad.
Okay, I guess when it comes to, because we're in the new age now, of course, I put it in my head as like they don't have albums or they're trying to sell CDs or records,
right?
Because I'm still thinking old school wise, not just as easy as just going to Spotify or YouTube Pandora and just hidden. Oh, what was that California song again? I want to hear the whole thing though. Now it makes sense. Okay, but I'm still shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought they got paid.
Nah, they didn't get paid.
Oh well. Thanks for the free concert, then I guess.
That's why people are like, NFL, we don't want you to kneel and we don't want you to do this, and they're just like, screw you, you're not.
Yeah, they're probably like, you know what? Just be thankful we're not going to curse this entire 40 minutes of halftime, and that's pretty much it. Because every single time I was listening to these, I was like, oh, here comes a big one. Oh, he didn't say it. Okay.
Yeah, it was good. It was good
the whole time. Good. You know, they were good. So, but I thought it was awesome.
I thought it was well done.
Then, right out of halftime, first play.
Oh yeah,
75-yard bomb.
Let's do it
to T. Higgins. Probably one of the biggest first ref mistake in the game. Jalen Ramsey was blatantly grabbed by the face mask and spun around.
Pretty blatant.
Before the ball got there, Higgins still had time to plant his feet, elevate into the air, catch the ball, and then run it in.
Yeah.
At that point, the Rams were up, obviously, by not quite a bit. I think it was 16.
16.
Because it
was 13-3. It was 13-3.
Well, I got to look at it again. But
pretty sure it was 13-3. Because that made it 10-13. And I was like, oh, that's when I think I texted you and said we got a game. I think that's it.
Let me see if they have. No, why is it showing NBA? I don't want to see no NBA.
Because they figure NFL's done. But it was a couple times I saw Jalen Ramsey get.
He made a couple of good plays, but he also got cooked.
He got cooked. Well, I wouldn't say cooked. He fell twice.
Yeah,
but let's
see. NBA.
I guess it's not easy being the NFL superstar cornerback when everybody's throwing your way, anyways. But
okay, so after halftime, the score was 13-10. Okay. And then, yes, it was 13-10 because they had 7-6 at half and they had 7-3. So yeah, it was 13-10 at halftime. They come out, okay. That play happens. The Rams come back on the field. Now they're kind of like in their fields, messed up in the head. Big play missed. That shouldn't have happened. This and that. Right. There, whatever. Momentum, quick change. Like holy shit, they just come out. Now we're down by this much. Boom. 2 plays later, sloppy interception on the guy that took over for OBJ. Yeah. I was actually rooting for OBJ in this game.
Real sad that he got hurt.
Yeah. But the guy that took over for him did nothing but screw this game up. Every time the ball was thrown to him. Absolutely horrible. Ball touches his hand. He's like, and he just pushes it into the freaking other defender. They come the other way, kick a field goal, 10 points in less than 2 minutes coming out of the half.
I thought probably
it was over. I did too. That probably doesn't happen. More than likely, that 10-point swing, if that face mask was called.
100%.
Okay. Now you have now you're losing 20-13 when you were up by 1 or 2.
Right.
That's huge, especially big momentum change, shift.
Big swing because they didn't pull themselves out of it until
until the end.
Until
it became the Stafford
Cup show.
Yes, Stafford the Cup.
It was like, can somebody please stop this from happening? And they can't. They couldn't.
No, they kept, and Stafford even said it. He's like, there towards the end, they knew what they had to do. Every play was drawn up for Cooper Kupp, and Kupp he did his job.
Yep.
Stafford did his job, and they walked down the field.
And guess what? The defensive coordinator for the Bengals didn't do
again. That's twice. Same drive. Now, let's talk about it. You get down there. Let's just go straight to it. We mentioned it before, 4th and 1. Was it 4th and 1? Oh no. It was
The
the
what
one.
the play before?
No. I'm talking for the Rams.
Okay.
This is for the Rams. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The holding call where there was no penalty.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's where people said that they lost it. They were giving it to him. Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. Wait, has there been an L with regards to their promotion not going their way? There is. It's going to be a big one. Oh, I don't know about that one. I'm assuming he means. Has there been a halftime show that didn't work for them?
Oh,
That's how I'm taking that. Has there been any L's with regards to their promotions not going their way? I don't know. I don't know if I understand that.
yeah, I'm not sure what he's.
If there is, it's
He's
going to
talking
be a
about
big
the
one.
promo and like the promo for them being paid at the Super Bowl. Is that what he's talking about?
I'm assuming.
I'm not sure. Do your question over.
Yeah. Try to clean that up. I don't know exactly what.
That, so we're not exactly sure what you're talking
about. So that was a blatant bad call because he did kind of pull on the shirt a little bit, but it's like you've been letting that go all game. Right. This is back to what I was saying earlier. You've been letting that go all game. You're down to 1.5 minutes. Let's just say under 2 minutes. I don't know what the exact time was on there.
It was right under 2
massive
minutes.
Penalty. And then in the end zone, there's another penalty. That was obvious.
Yeah.
I know people are going to cry about that too, but that one was obvious. That was clear pass interference. But it did help them get even closer. Okay. I'm not gonna sit here and say those penalties didn't help them.
Of course,
it did help them.
It did.
But here's where hold on, my wife's calling real quick.
It was three in a row. Oof.
Here's where what we were talking about earlier about being clean in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I get it that they missed a massive one earlier in the game that gave Bengals essentially a 10-point swing. Okay. Right. There's still 2 full quarters basically left at that point. Okay. Don't wait until, and this can also play into your whole, this shit's rigged. Don't wait until there's 1.5 minutes left
to
start throwing the laundry
yeah,
on random shit. Okay. There was other calls that could have been made.
Dude, every time there was a play called, I saw like 3 flags. I'm just like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
Is the sun out?
After such a clean game where they were just letting people play, all of a sudden they're gonna start nitpicking. I don't believe that first foul was a foul. I didn't see anything there. Of course, I'm not an NFL ref. I'm not a professional, but I have been watching football for a very long time. And trust me, being a Cowboys fan, I've seen a lot of bad calls. Okay? And I got to sit there during the explanation and being told on why that was called. That to me was not a penalty. He tugged a little bit on the shirt. It wasn't enough. It's not like he used that as leverage to pull him towards and get it.
It couldn't stop. It wasn't stopping Kupp's movement
not one
in
bit.
the slightest.
Not one bit. Yes, that definitely helped. And then the next one definitely helped. And then they wound up scoring. It is what it is.
Which we knew it was going to happen. So it was...
yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to sit here and say the Bengals got screwed. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of 50-50 on it because that first foul was kind of lame. That was kind of like a, oh, shit, Rams, here you go. You better do something now kind of thing, you know. And I guess I can see what you're saying. Plays like that kind of make you go, no, it does.
It's like what we always say, Bobby. You don't let it come down to officiating.
Yeah.
Some of the calls you just
be consistent.
You have to be professional.
They weren't calling those calls all game.
Exactly. So
all of a sudden to call it towards the end, it's a heartbreaker.
I feel like these refs to make themselves feel better or to justify their actions on some calls to the NFL have to feel like they need to do this big course correction. It was like, okay, we missed the face mask, so and that was
don't wait till
1
minute, 1.5 minutes left in the game.
But here's the thing: they see that as a pivotal point, so they have to do something down the line to where it's gonna make a difference. Because if they call one of these calls in the third quarter, It doesn't probably
My wife's
change.
calling me again. Make
It
sure
probably
everything's
doesn't
okay.
change the course of the game. But if you do it in the fourth quarter when they're under 2 minutes, then it's gonna make a big difference. It's just that there's too much of a swing, and I just felt like it was too much, especially for the fourth quarter. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And one more thing, real quick. Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, finish your point, and then I got to talk about what happened in the first half.
I
With
honestly
this knucklehead.
believe it's things like this, these calls here, this game, the missed call, and then the dumb call. Again, as I said, I'm not even gonna say being a Cowboys fan because I've watched other games. I've watched a lot of other games. I watch fantasy football. I play fantasy football, so I watch multiple games. I don't just watch my one team. Sometimes I do, but I don't usually just watch one team and that's it. I watch other teams, and I see this often. Like there's no calls, dumb calls, and it's just, and it's not only it's not only football. I mean, it's across all the sports, but I think they need to have some sort of training course or something, or I don't know what they need to do, man. But these refs are I understand they're there to keep things in line,
right?
But they shouldn't be. What's that word? Like be the defining factor in games, especially massive games. There's got to be a fine line somehow.
But here's the thing: it's a double-edged sword because you have
I got you,
where
Inglewood. Hold on.
you have where you don't want them to be too strict on the rules, but you also need them to be there to enforce a rule if something like a face mask happens on the offensive side. So you need them.
But in this big ass game, why? Usually in most Major League Baseball games, there's only 3 refs, umpires. They got the guy behind the back and then the 2 sideline guys.
Yes.
In World Series, there's like 9 fucking umpires. Why wasn't there more refs on this field to make sure that everything goes awry and there's not pivotal moment of missed penalties or wrong call penalties?
They were there, but here's the thing: when they all come together and they talk and they say, "Hey, man, did you see what happened?" And one guy was like, "No, I was watching the tight end." Hey, did you see what happened? Nah, I was watching the line to see where the ball was if he was gonna catch it or this. They have specific jobs, so they have other things to watch. So it's kind of hard for them to just watch every single. Like, there's a lot of players and a lot of situations going on where they're watching something totally different than where the action even is. But I don't know. It's just a shame. It's a shame, but you know what? Not a total shame because the Rams did deserve it. They deserved it.
Either one of these teams deserved to win. Even though I picked the Rams, I was rooting for both teams.
Yeah.
Whenever big plays happen, I was like, "Yo!"
I kind of feel nuts. The way you were talking
Chase
about.
Catch.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I about jumped out my chair, and I felt some way because I'm like, "You were on my team, buddy. You were on my fantasy team. That's my dude. That's my dude."
I kind of feel like you brought me over to the Matthew Stafford side a little bit because as I'm watching the game, I'm like, "Yo, this guy's a decent. He's a good quarterback."
Yeah, I mean, he had the bad pick there in the end zone.
Yeah,
but when you're a gunslinger, you're gonna throw bad picks every once in a while.
It's gonna happen. So
I
was feeling for. I was like, you know what? Either way this goes, I'm gonna be happy. And then as the game started to get dwindled down, I'm just like, yo, Aaron Donald is playing his heart out. He deserves this probably more than anybody else on the field right now.
He made sure to get it. That they were gonna win.
And if you can do that, and you're just like, hey, I'm the guy. I'm gonna put my team on my back, and I'm gonna make sure we win. You deserve to win.
Listen, OBJ played lights out. He tore his ACL. He went hard that game.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford got his ankle rolled up. That bitch taped that shit up and went back out there.
That looked disgusting.
Joe Burrow got his leg rolled up.
Yep.
That looked like it was worse than Stafford's.
Yep.
And
went
right back out there. They poured their hearts out on that field. So I know.
You know who didn't pour their heart out, Bobby? You know who didn't? That clown.
The defensive coordinator.
Well, yes. But the clown in the first half, I forget his name. who ran almost 50 yards onto the field in slides to congratulate his teammate, and he wasn't even in uniform.
Oh, that was such a dumb penalty.
Bobby, I've watched football a long time. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
Yeah, that was retarded. That
was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But
that was ridiculous.
This is what I'm saying.
Inglewood, to answer this question, the shoving match. Aaron Donald tackled Joe Burrow, pushed him out of bounds, but he was inbounds. So it was technically a legal play. It was a legal tackle. But
it was like he had some sauce on it.
He had a little sauce on it, but it wasn't out of the mix of personal foul or roughing or unsportsmanlike, because he was still inbounds. He was still considered an eligible what is it called with the
player?
When the quarterback starts running and he becomes a regular player, you can actually tackle him.
Yeah, you can tackle him. Yeah.
But obviously the Bengals bench didn't like that. Regardless,
you got to protect the quarterback no matter what.
So that's pretty much all that was. All in all, I feel like this was one of the best Super Bowls I've watched in a long time, because I'm not rooting for one side. Obviously, I'm not. Well, I don't know. I was about to say that, but
it was fun to just watch two good teams play,
just go
and
at
not be like, okay, I want this person. I want it. Now, I kind of wanted the Bengals to win just for the story.
Yeah. You picking them too. Partway through this game, I'm like, Jesus, I'm gonna come on here. Greg's gonna be all freaking bangled up. And he's gonna have face paint on his shit. He's gonna go all crazy.
I was gonna get face paint, son. He's gonna do face paint.
But it was a good game. 23-20 was the final score. I was definitely off. I thought the game was gonna be 31-24.
I forgot what I had. I wrote it down, but I think I think
you were a little less than me. I think it was like 27-24 or something like that.
Something like that. 27-20.
Something like that. But it was a good game. Matt Staff threw 3 touchdowns, 283 yards. Neither team could get the running game going. Neither team could really get the running game going for the most part. Joe Mixon did have 72 yards, but those were like
there was nothing big. Yeah, there was nothing big.
Yeah, I mean, T. Higgins 4 receptions, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. When the game ended, I said MVP is either going to be Stafford, Kupp, or Donald. But I really felt like it was going to be Kupp, because he just 2 touchdowns, 8 catches, over 100 yards. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm surprised.
I think they should have gave it to Donald, but whatever. he won them the game.
I mean,
he won them the game. He stops the run,
8 for 92, 2 touchdowns.
Boom.
Yeah, but they don't get in that point if Cooper Kupp isn't flawless towards the end, catching every ball and then catching that touchdown.
It's a toss. Okay, we'll do this. Cooper Kupp gets Super Bowl MVP. You go back, you take the MVP away from Aaron Rodgers, you give it to Aaron Donald.
I'm fine with that, because I'm still upset that Aaron Rodgers won that shit.
It doesn't make any sense why he wins it.
That. So, great Super Bowl, a great halftime show.
Yep.
Sad NFL is over. No more
thoroughly
football.
Entertained.
No more football.
What are
we gonna do now? Talk about baseball?
No. What?
Hockey's going on right now.
I might have to start watching hockey highlights and
Yeah.
learning weird names.
Good too. My Rangers are doing good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Weird names. Great stream. Thank you, man. I think that's about it, man. Anything else you wanna go with? I mean, I'm pretty sure I just wanted to talk about just the Super Bowl today. Nice and quick.
We're already past your 5 o'clock deadline by a lot.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just making taco meat, so but I just
I think, was there something else I think I wanted to talk about? I don't think so. Oh, real quick. If anybody is interested, which I'm not sure why you would be, but Winter Olympics are on TV here or there. You want to check that out? Yeah, I guess you can do that. I did watch a couple things after on Peacock. There's this new sport, not really new, but women's single bobsled, which is interesting to watch.
Oh, the one where they lay on their back?
No, not the luge. Bobsled. It's a one-person bobsled.
Really?
Yes. So it's a woman. She's got to push this thing herself. She hops in. She drives it. It wasn't that bad.
And they're short though,
the little baby thing. Probably like half the size.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
I forget what it's called, but yeah. And of course, there's an American who's the top.
If
so,
you want to pick apart WWE this coming weekend as Elimination Chamber, I mean, we can possibly talk about that next week. Just watch the highlights of that.
Yeah, I'll just
I just been
highlights, I guess.
so far out of wrestling, like I don't even know who their characters really are. But I wouldn't mind. I mean, I do got Peacock now, so I don't know. Every time I try to get back into wrestling, I was just like,
you have to watch it every week.
let me know when The Rock actually fights or something. That's the only time I'm interested, man. That's the only time I'm interested.
How old are you when The Rock fights? Come on,
I'm about to be 40, bro.
I'm already there, and I know there's more wrestlers that have been out after The Rock.
Yeah, I know. I know there's a bunch of exciting ones.
Maybe we get into it. Maybe we don't. It's like talking about TV dramas that are already scripted it's kind of boring. Kind of.
UFC Weekly would be nice. I could definitely get into that.
Yeah, we can do that.
They got freaking weekend shit every week. So, all right, we'll figure stuff out. Till the next one, Steel 1682, Laser Shark, PSBS,
we're here.
Presenting sports. We're actually recording our next gaming episode, which is our main podcast, tonight. Check that out tomorrow. It will drop and be aired tomorrow, so you can see. I don't even know what we're talking about. I always freestyle anyway.
It doesn't matter. Just tune in, man. Just tune in. You know what it is.
Just tune in. Hit the likes. Get us back up there. I see us. We're going like this around that 3,000 subscriber mark. Come on, we gotta get these people.
Gotta get that 3K.
It's been another one. As always, play in peace, Biggs. Long lives Andy. We out. You're